Now, there's been a number of times where I've seen this conversation pop up over the course of 20 years, talking about how D Wade got all of these free throws because the NBA wanted to rig the NBA finals for the Miami Heat to win. So I'm going to address that allegation because it makes no sense. It's a very simple way to disprove that as fact. But before we get into that, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, click the link down below in the description to get discounts on brands like Dad Gang, Dubby, and Fanatics. Let's break this thing down real quick.
Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Fans off of social media that are just hurt, right? It just hurt. Like we hurt in 2006 after it was stolen from us, right? And I'll take that to my grave that it was stolen from us.
I heard Mark Cuban come out recently and say that he don't care, he's taking it to his grave. 2006 was rigged, is what Mark Cuban said. Mark Cuban and I have probably had one conversation since then. It was a very cool, cordial conversation. I love Mark Cuban from afar. But Mark, stop saying that. We beat y'all. Did we get some foul calls? Everybody get foul calls. We can all go back and point. I can go back and point in 2011 during one of them series where Dirk had 48. He had 24 free throws. You're not about to tarnish the work that I put in as a young guy. Mark, stop that. Y'all got us. We got y'all.
Now, that is Dwayne Wade's response to Mark Cuban saying the 2006 finals was stolen from the Mavericks. Now, let's just look at the series, because this is what's going to happen. When somebody makes the statement, oh, Dwayne Wade got all of these calls, that completely changed the tide of the NBA Finals. The Mavs won the first game by 10. Nobody complained. Second game by 14. Nobody complained. Game 3, they win by 2 points. The Dallas Mavericks were up in this game. Miami Heat had to come back and win it. Game 4, obviously a blowout, but everybody loves to look at Game 5 and Game 6. All right, so let's look at Game 5 and Game 6, because this is where the argument really comes in. You look at Dirk Nowitzki, 4 out of 5 free throws. Then you look at Dwayne Wade, 21 of 25, 43 points. The man shot 25 free throws. Okay, that's gotta be the reason they lost. Let's look at Game 6. Dwayne Wade shot 21 free throws. That is undoubtedly the reason they lost this series. You can't tell me the series isn't rigged because somebody got that many free throws. Now, look, I can see how 21 and 25 free throw attempts, you say he had an unbelievable whistle, couldn't touch him, couldn't put a hand on him, couldn't breathe on him. It's not why y'all lost, man. And if we being honest, we lost because your man choked. On the biggest stage of them all, he froze up. Let's look at the facts. Game 3, all right? We all know what happened. Game 3, the Dallas Mavericks had a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter. 7-point lead, 5 minutes left in the game. From the 5-minute mark to 34 seconds left in the game, they had no field goals made. 0. No field goals made. And they had 3 turnovers. Under 5 seconds, Dirk misses a free throw to tie the game at 97. And they end up losing this game 98-96. 98-96. Now, you had the lead. All right, coming to the fourth quarter, lead was 9 points. It balloons to 14 at one point. It's 7 going into the last 5 minutes. You still have control of the game. You're still in control of the game. And you just seen, you had an opportunity to tie the game, get a stop, send it to overtime. Your star player blew it. He choked at the free throw line. Now, if this was 2011 and that was LeBron James at the free throw line missing one, you will for sure say he choked, right? Let's be consistent, all right? Don't duck and dodge. You choked at the free throw line. Let's talk about game 4. Oh wait, never mind. You lost by 24 points. So Obviously, it was rigged for you to get blown out of the gym by 24. All right, cool. Next game. Let's talk about game 5. Okay, you see the score, 100 to 99. 100 to 99. This game, Dwayne Wade had 25 free throws, but he played 50 minutes and had 44% usage, 20% more than Dirk Nowitzki for his team. I think Dirk had like the 3rd highest usage rating for his team, and he was the best player on the roster. Okay, so all right, besides the point, right? Because D-Wade still shot 25 free throws. Game tie going into the 4th quarter. Dallas had more points, less turnovers, more rebounds, more assists, but they shot 6 of 17 from the field, and Miami shot 7 of 13. They only won by 1 point. This 1 point, 101 to 100. 101 to 100. Again, going into the 4th, Dallas had more points, less turnovers, more rebounds, more assists. They shot 6 of 17, and Miami shot 7 of 13 to win by 1 single point. Mind you, this is the only game where both teams scored over 100 points. That's not enough evidence? Fine, cool. You still want to be on the bandwagon saying Dwayne Wade's free throws and the whistle he was getting, that's the reason why the Dallas Mavericks lost this series. Let's look at game 6, okay? Game 6, first half, Dirk Nowitzki, 17 points. D-Wade had 19. The score was 48 to 49. 3rd quarter, Dirk, he has 6 free throw attempts in that quarter. D-Wade has 4 attempts. Dallas is still losing the game. 68 to 71 for Miami. Now, in the 4th quarter, D-Wade goes 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Dallas scores 24 points. Miami scores 24 points. The end of the game, the score was 95 to 92. You're going to blame losing by 3 points on Dwayne Wade going 16 of 21 from the free throw line? Or are you going to blame it on 2 other factors? Factor number 1, Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Terry went 0 for 11 in the 4th quarter of game 6, the closeout game, and they lose by just 3 points. Please tell me how that's the fault of the whistle for Dwayne Wade. You can't. Your best player and your second best player go 0 for 11 in the 4th quarter and you lose by 3 points. It doesn't make sense to me to even give that argument credence. Let's look at the second factor I was talking about. Let's look at the common denominator in all this. Okay, Dirk, there's no Shaquille O'Neal on the court. So why he's hugging Antoine Walker going through, I don't know, because Josh Howard is right there. Right here, teeth of the defense. UD, that's got to be Dirk Nowitzki stepping up. Nobody picks him up. Boom. Now, Stack, he's going to get a layup along the baseline. Tough finish, good, okay? Now, if Stack goes to try and trap this, because mind you, they're trapping the ball all screens, Terry's going to sink. He should already be running over here. He's not even paying attention. He's ball watching. Split act. My bad. I don't even mean to. I didn't mean to say that. It was just second nature. You hear it so often. But tough lay from Josh Howard again. Okay, now help defender. That would be Dirk, right? He's not stopping nothing. He's not guarding anybody. Stack, another big shot. That was soft by Dampier. Look at this. Got a nice assist. Wide open jumper. 90 to 91. D-Wade comes off. Now, the whistle that Dwayne Wade got, ghost fouls is the terms that is used. Anytime this happens to a ball handler, to a scorer, to a superstar, there's going to be called a foul. Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter for whatever reason. It's going to be called a foul because there's contact, and this is called a blocking foul. Watch this. Apparently, he expected that not to be a foul. All right, cool. Now, all of these factors, all of these things taking place, you still want to blame the Dallas Mavericks losing the NBA Finals on Dwayne Wade free throws? Fine. I'm more of the consistency. I like the consistency of y'all say LeBron James choked in 2011. Well, guess what? Dirk choked in 2006. Mark Cuban just doesn't want to say it out in public. Get this video a like, subscribe to the channel, click the link down below in the description to get discounts on brands like Fanatics, Dad Gang, and Dubby. What am I doing? That's one more for the good guys.